let's welcome our guest, Carm Santora. He is the Executive Director of our Better Contractors Bureau here in Rochester, New York. And thanks again for joining us. You've been on the show before. We're always happy to have you back. And last minute, coming right in to warn our listeners and ourselves about some of these scams going on in our area.
Oh, good morning, guys. It's always nice to be back here again.
Morning, Carm.
Morning.
I love your fancy title. I'm just going to create one for myself. Is that all right?
That's perfect.
Thanks.
Executive Director of...
Something. I don't know.
Okay. We'll let you know next week, folks. We'll come up with something for Pat.
Yeah.
I want to be a CEO so freaking bad. Smiling
perfect.
next to Oprah and the Queen.
Yes.
That's my new favorite song, by the way. If anybody doesn't know that, you should do it. It's called Billionaire.
Yeah.
I want to be a billionaire. I love that song. Have you heard it yet, Carm?
No.
We'll have to have Aaron play it for you in the next segment.
You
It's
want to
great.
be on How'd You Get So Rich?
Yes.
Oh, what is that, a show?
That's
Yeah.
a new show.
Really?
It's a cool show.
Yeah, with Joan Rivers.
I
Yeah.
haven't seen it yet. I do like Joan Rivers.
Speaking of that, the real estate on there is stupendous, unbelievable. I mean, right? I mean, you've seen
Yeah,
it.
oh, yeah.
Wow.
If you can see it, you can be it.
Oh yeah. I'll tell you what. It's
What up,
crazy.
Oprah?
Yeah.
I could be on Oprah. Oh, so all right, let's get right into the meat and potatoes of this show. Very important. It's the time of year where people are spending some money on fixing up their homes in our area. We've got a few short months of the home improvement season, so to speak, here in Rochester. So what's going on? What are you finding people are complaining about these days?
Well, we're in full bloom right now, naturally. Like you mentioned, it's home improvement time. And so are the scammers. They're all from down south, mostly South Carolina. A lot of them do come from Canada. But it's the same repetitious type of thing. They know that our state, and especially our county, excuse me, is it's famous for just put on a magnetic sign, bring your truck up, and you're in business.
So why is that?
Well, we can't figure out why they won't come up with some formal legislation. We know that the state probably will never license contractors. We've tried for many, many years.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, we're going to go one step further and see if we can convince the county to at least register contractors. It'll give us a way of identifying these people that are coming in town. This way, you have to produce your driver's license, and we'll know exactly where you come from.
So, just to clarify before you go any further, Carm, sorry, you're saying that this county does not have any registration for contractors. Is that what you're saying?
Right.
And other states they do, such as South Carolina? Or
almost every state has a form of formal legislation, which is either licensing or registration. Most of them have licensing.
Okay, for the remodeler or contractor or home improvement specialist to be registered so that they have some sort of way. Help me out with the wording. So it helps keep everybody up and above board, right?
Right.
Exactly.
Ethical,
Okay, good.
honest, and doing the right thing.
Yep.
And also something that's very important, and we could do a 2-hour show on this, I'm sure. It's something I've learned a lot about over the years, knowing Carm and what Carm does with the Better Contractors Bureau. But license not only is licensing, but insurance. People have to pay workman's comp insurance. They have to have their insurances paid up. And one of the things I learned about, which I thought was amazing, and people will do anything like you,
Yeah,
scamming
I'll
away.
do anything.
No, I'm just kidding. But actually, if you have car insurance, right?
Right.
Liability or whatever you put on your car that's paid off, and you come over to my house and I ask you if you're insured and you say yes, you're not really lying to me. But do you have the proper insurance to get up and knock down a wall in my house? Or a license? How about the girl that cuts my son's hair with a clipper in 5 minutes? She's got to have a license, but you don't need a license to come in my house and rip out some plumbing?
Home inspectors are now certified within the last few years, and basically a home inspector who does a good job, the most he can probably tell you is that maybe your furnace is good and it becomes no good. But when you get involved with a contractor, or let's even say a tree surgeon, they're going to cut down a tree and they're not really qualified. You know what I mean? There's things like that are going to hurt you bad and there's no way of checking on any of these people. We have contractors. We'll go back to the trees again, who are insured, but they're insured for landscaping of mowing lawns. But if they're also cutting trees down. So when you tell someone, I'm calling you to cut my tree down, are you insured? They tell you yes, but if you don't look at the certificate of insurance, the insurance only qualifies them for mowing lawns.
So a homeowner in our area, then, you would recommend, we are going to get into some of the popular scams that are going on, but we're just talking about some of these things that I don't even want to call them contractors.
No.
They're just scammers.
Well, they're probably, most of them are qualified to do the work. Whether they do a good job or not is another thing.
Right.
But the people that come up from down south, we're always warning people, if you see an out-of-town license plate, you definitely should not use
No.
And what will they do, for
sense
example? If what are they doing? They're coming, let's say, from South Carolina because they know they can drive right into Monroe County and nobody's going to say anything to them, and they can sell whatever they want to sell. So what are they selling? What are they trying to sell?
The biggest thing right now, naturally, is driveway sealing, repairing your chimney, repairing your roof. The major problems that we run into is if you check with any of the sealing companies that sell the sealer,
The legitimate.
right? They'll tell you that usually you're going to have sealer that is mixed maybe with about 60 to 70% of sealer, and the rest is mixed with water. These contractors using 90% water and 10% sealer. So all you're getting is a paint job of your driveway, which will probably wash off.
Right.
And that's.
And furthermore, no place to go afterward to say, hey.
No, these guys will
no
be
warranty.
gone as fast as you can say. And then the worst part about it is they're going to put door knockers on in the driveways and $29, $39, and you're going to probably get 10, 12 driveways on one street.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's hard. Guys are climbing up on your roof free of charge to check your chimney. If it's not damaged, they're going to damage it on purpose. There's a lot of things going on that people don't realize right now.
So what's the best way for a homeowner to protect themselves from this type of home improvement scam? So I'm going to be honest, I need to have my driveway sealed this year. I get a lot of flyers for
right.
all kinds of different prices, anywhere between $69.99, $39.99, all the way up past $100.
Yep.
How do you compare apples to apples with that?
Well, we have the same problem because when someone tells us that they're going to pay, they paid $39 and got ripped off, we try to tell them that a good driveway sealer, he's going to actually sweep off your driveway. He's going to blow it off. They all have these leaf blowers. You're going to find driveway people out there right now that are using sprays. Now, if anything comes out of a spray, whether you're spraying your house or spraying your driveway, doesn't it make common sense that it's going to come out a lot thinner? So the idea is that you got to watch exactly what they're putting on the driveway. There's some companies, they'll have 5 guys doing a driveway, they're done in 10 minutes. And it's not so much because they have 4 or 5 guys doing it, it's because the sealer they're putting on, they're probably chasing it down the driveway. It's so
Watered down.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's kind of a tough situation, but a good driveway person is actually going to be walking on that driveway, brooming it, that type of thing.
Okay. When we come back, I want to ask about the South Carolina people.
Okay.
All right.
All right. We got
This segment is brought to you by Invisible Fence of Upstate New York. We are Property Source Radio, and we'll be right back.